Hi guys, I am going to finally get to do these snowmen. Okay, so the first thing that we have to do is get our rice so we have to get our rice I was going to say seasoned, scented. And you can use a variety of essential oils. I mean, like there's clove, somebody was saying, and you can use orange and clove and all that good stuff. Most of my oils are all over the place. I haven't even found them all. There's cinnamon bark. I think I'm going to use this Merry and Bright, which is a mix of, I'll tell you what's in it. Can't even read that. Can you read this, Jimmy?
Yes, dear.
I doubt you're going to be able to read this.
Let me see it.
I doubt very highly you're going to be able to read that.
Where?
On that, the ingredients.
Read the whole thing? What's in there?
Ingredients. Yeah.
Okay, it says citrus. Sorry, hang on. Oh, what?
See? Well, it's got notes of citrus and cinnamons and, you know, Christmassy stuff. Okay, we're good.
How about if we take a phone? Yeah, you can always do this right here. Here's one thing you can do. We take it like that. You go.
Don't let people see your number or anything like that. Don't let them see your password. Don't let them see your password.
Don't worry about it, guys. I don't have a password. Just go in.
Okay.
That's true. So you can do this right here. So it says. Like that too. No, this way. Look at that. Citrus aurantium dulcis, which means sweet orange peel oil. Cinnamonium castle, which is cassia leaf oil, which is probably cinnamon. Let's see, they're just doing all this technical. The cinnamonium xylanthium, whatever, that's cinnamon.
Oh. Okay.
It just says that's just pure plain cinnamon. Let me read the other word. Then it has clove in it. It has vanilla. Excuse me. It has Mei Chang fruit oil.
Right,
Black spruce pine. It has balsam fir leaf oil. It has, is it geranium? I can't see because this thing's in the way. Yes, geranium flower oil. Geranium, sorry.
So put a few drops in there, like I don't know, 12 drops or so. I don't know.
so
it's got,
maybe it's all that too.
So it's good. And I'm going to shake it. Now I think you guys were kidding that you told me to put the rice. I don't know. Janelle was saying somebody said put the rice in the freezer because to get rid of the bugs. I think you guys are joking because you keep telling me there's bugs in everything. I've never seen anyone doing that. I did buy the rice open. I bought it from a good brand, so I'm not really worried about that.
I don't think it'll live through that oil she put in.
Yeah, and that's very fragrant. Here, see, smell it, Jimmy. Smell it.
Wow, yes it does.
And that's like about
it has a good
12 drops.
Clove and pine.
It smells very, very, you know, citrusy and Christmassy. So, okay. It's not overpowering with pine or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to just put this over here. Now, I freaked out because I thought I brought the wrong kind of sock. But I saw people using all different kinds today. Now, these are the smaller kids ones for the smaller, but some people are using this part of the sock, some people are using this part of the sock, some people are using just those no-show socks. You can really make almost anything work. Right? So, these are a littler snowman, if I wanted to, and a littler one if I wanted to do those. I'm trying to find the adult. Like, see it, they were using these. You can really make almost anything work. I'm trying to find the, I do have crews in here. Okay, here's the women's. So I'm going to show you how to make a bunch of different kinds work. You can make these work too, okay? So I'll show you how you can make these work. These actually also work good because you only have to worry about, you know, securing one end. Okay, so we're going to show you how these work. So what you want to do is, like for these, right where the heel is, but these save these because you can also use these for hats and things, and other snowmen. Now these are going to be the smaller snowmen. So what do you have to do? You have to seal this off. So we'll want to cut this a little straighter, and then this will be one of the baby or snowman, right? And I'm going to tie him off down here, but I'm going to turn him inside out first. And that's probably a heck of a lot better. It is snowing. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to gather this together, and I'm going to band the end with this. And what you're also going to want to do is either get a string or embroidery floss or some, whatchamacall, I'm actually going to put 2 bands around there, and then I'm going to pull this up. You'll see, okay, it's going to, but I want to put something to make sure that's really going to hold. You don't want your rice falling out, so hang on, let me get some thread. Okay, so I've got this. Yep. So I'm just going to grab some of this thread. Okay, and I'm going to just tie like a double knot. I'm going to wrap it around. And I'll just wrap it around since it's in the inside. I'm just going to wrap that around and then pull him up like this. Now, to fill this little guy, you can take like a pint glass. Some people put their rice in the pint glass and put their sock over it, or you could put your sock like this little one here, and I'm going to just pour the rice while holding on to the cup because it's going to get heavy and it's going to want to drop down. So you try to get as much in from this vantage point. Okay, and then you take it smells really good, out, and you kind of tamp it down where it's going into a little ball like that, and I'm going to add more. If you have a helper, you can do this. If you don't, you can try to do it carefully. You can use a funnel. Press down like that, and you're going to just keep adding. Get it to the bottom. Add a little more. Come on, you know I was going to make a mess. Right? What fun is it if you don't make a mess? Okay, you see the bottom? All right? Okay, so I'm going to add a teeny bit more because I just like to push the envelope on because I'm just a rebel like that. Again, his hat is going to hide this, so it's not a big deal. What color the ribbon, the elastic is here. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put another. Can't be too safe. And then I'm going to also come around and seal it off. First I'm going to wind it around, and then I'm going to tie it once. I'm going to wind it around, tie it again, and then you can cut off your ends. Okay, now you're going to kind of squish him a little bit so he looks kind of like a butternut squash, and kind of shape his head. Okay, so you see the butternut. This is the little guy. Remember, this is one of the kitty snowmen. So you've got that kind of a shape. And now we're going to, I'm trying to get a white one for this. I do like a white one. Just pop that right over to hold your shape. Okay. And then you can also take your thread, your floss, whatever you have, your fishing line, upholstery thread. Okay, and seal him off. Now, for his little hat, some people don't even really go nuts on putting their thing there. I am actually going to take another white elastic and just put that down. Now, what kind of okay, so for this guy, since he's little, I have littler socks for him. And you know, they don't have to be Christmassy, but you could have snowmen around. So I have this. Now again, you're going to cut it here. Okay, and this is going to be his hat. So what we're going to do is put his hat, and I fold the edges down if they're not, you know, like if they don't have a cuff on them. And then we're going to come up here and we're going to make this little green tip be a pom-pom. Now, what I did see that you could do, I thought, why not put a little fluff in there and make it a real pom-pom, right? I haven't seen anybody do that, but I want to do that. So what I'm going to do is, I have some fluff, okay, and I apologize for not putting this on the list. I'm going to stick the fluff up inside the hat. I think, and you can glue this. Some people like gluing this down. You could do that with hot glue if you want. I'm going to fold the bottom under. We are going to use hot glue in a second because we are going to hold the snowman's hat down. But I want to make sure that we get, smells really good. So that when we put this up like that, and it also gives him like, otherwise some people fold it down like completely. But I'm going to put a band up there. I'm going to grab like a pink band. And I'm going to try to bring, I'm going to do it while it's off. See? So it's like a little pom-pom. I just think it looks better with the fluff in it. You can go ahead and use some more string or whatever you want. I'm just using these elastics right now. I can always, okay, now I can, if I feel there's too much fluff here, I can pull some out. Now remember, I want to fold this unfinished edge under and then put our little hat on. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will glue it into place. Now there's two things you can do. You can put a little sweater on your guy, and that you can do by using another piece of the sock, or you can just use a scarf kind of thing. Now see, if you have this cuff here, cut that off like that and pop it around your snowman, right? Then you can cut a piece of this. This is one of the options. And then cut this. Try to get this on the right side. But it's curling in on itself. And what you can do is cut it down, and then you can actually cut some like fringe . Into your scarf. Put that off to the side. Little fringe. Okay, and now there's different options on the eyes, nose, and mouth. You can put them on with little beads or, okay. I'm just gonna pop him down. I'm gonna have to fire my glue gun up. But before, so I've got that, and then we will have buttons that we want to glue on buttons. You can put raffia, you can do a lot of things. Now a bigger snowman. Let me show you what that would look like with one of the larger women's socks. Was that these? I think it was these. So watch. Because then we'll go into the embellishing. We'll go into the embellishing in just a second. Huh. So we'll put this like this. Push it down. Push it down. I'm going to let some of this go so I can get more in without having to try so hard. Okay. So on these bigger socks, you can just like let it go down and pull it over again and start to add some more rice. That was a little messy. That's what I have a vacuum for. So you start pushing it down, right? You can see this is going to be a lot bigger. But you see that it still works. So don't freak if you've got like the no-show socks like this or whatever these were called, the athletic socks. Smells so good. You can actually do that to help you out while you're filling. So you can put sweaters on them or you could put scarves. I'm going to do like a live with you guys, but I wanted to make sure that I could do these and that I was worthy. So, still have some more room there. Okay, so I'm going to, I think, that's going to give me a good size snowman.
What?
Snowman.
Are you recording it?
Yes. Okay, so just add a little more. Okay, now I am going to, again, it's not going to matter what color is here because it's going to be under his hat. one, we're actually going to do two elastics. Don't want rice all over the place. And then I'm going to do, where's my, and I'm going to cut off this excess right there. And now I'm going to shape them. So remember, you want like a butternut squash. Okay. And I'll grab a white elastic. Okay, and I'll grab another white elastic. Okay, so now we need a hat for this guy. And I think we'll use one of these. So again, we're going to cut just below the heel. Okay. And again, I'm going to put a little bit of fluff up here. To fluff up his pom-pom. Now where's that fluff that I took out some extra fluff before. Did I? I don't even know if I did. Let me get some. Oh yes. There's our fluff. Okay, so I'm just going to put fluff up here on the top, and then I'm going to put an elastic, which can be pink because the sock is pink up there, to tie off the and shape the pom-pom. Okay, I'm actually going to use two to do that. Okay, and then you can roll this up, or this kind looks okay up, so you'll put your hat on. Again, we're going to glue. Now see, so how this, I'm going to just trim a little more of this because it's kind of bulky. So you can glue it down, but I'm just going to trim a little bit of this excess. Okay, and then I'm going to put the hat on. Okay, and now if I wanted to do the sweater, then I can take this part, right? So I'd cut the heel off, and depending on whether you want the colors on the top like that, where the bottom, your snowman can have a little sweater. Like that. So off to embellishments. So we have one in a sweater. Now if I want to do it, see how it looks the other way? With the stripes on the top and the solid on the bottom. I can do that too. And then what we can do for the sweater is get some of our raffia. We can take our raffia and go right under the little collar. Double knot that. And we can tie it in a little bow if we want. Or we can just leave it. I might just tie it again and just leave it with just a little something hanging down, because I think I'm probably going to put an embellishment there, but that'll hold it on nicely. And then we can pull this down on the bottom and shape our guy. Gal, this is kind of like mommy and little one. So we've got that so far. Okay, again, we're going to glue the hat down, but there's that. Now for eyes. Lots of things you can do. Also for the carrot nose, again, we can hot glue a piece of the foam. We can use the pipe cleaner. We have all kinds of embellishments. Lots and lots of embellishments. So we can use these. Let's say we use these pins, right, for these eyes. And we can put hot glue in them. These are not, kids' toys, guys. So you could do that. You could pencil them on. I think I will probably do those eyes on her, glue them in. I don't know if they'll be too big for this guy. Some people do the mouth, some people don't do the mouth. I do have to go get my glue gun. What do you guys think with those? And then for the nose, we can take a piece of orange foam and you can just cut it in a carrot shape. So you could do, that type of nose, which I think is what I will do. Or you could use the pipe cleaner. And then I'll show you how we can do the cheeks rosy. And if you wanted to, you could do, black circles, or you can embellish with lots of other things like, so we're going to move on to the embellishing. But I hope that's helpful. Let's see now. So I am on embellishment phase. Okay, so we're getting ready to glue the hat in place with our hot glue gun. Make sure that you have a nice, I roll this up, get it in place, and then we're just going to glue it down in a few places. I hike this up a little bit so that the snowman's body is snow woman's body, snow person's body is showing. Okay, and then I'm just going to lift it up, put a tiny bead of glue, and put that down. Where's my there. Clean up that mess. We just have a little tiny. And this time I'll make sure to put it up higher. Good. In place. I mean, again, these are not children's play toys, so just a little dab will do ya. There we go. Now, our eyes. So what we'll do for our eyes is, let's see exactly, okay, there. We'll put a bead like that and go right in with the pen, press it down. Here's one of their noses. So you can have it go in whichever direction you want. You could put black lines to make it look more like a carrot. And then, like I said, some people put the little lines for the mouth and some don't. You know why? They can put little, go over with little either black puffy paint, or I'm not going to put anything on right now for her mouth, but I am going to blush the cheeks a little bit with this makeup stick. So what I'll do, actually, probably going to do that last. I'm probably going to give her a button like that right here to dress up, kind of like a sweater dress. I should have done that with my Mama Ames finger. Okay, and so we'll do that, and then over here we can either use the two like little teardrops, which I think I'm going to do that so it looks like two little leaves. Now these, they do have a sticky, so I'm going to see if that'll work. If not, I'll hot glue them in place. So that sticks pretty well. Yeah. So you see that little embellishment, hopefully you can see that. Okay, and now we want to add some type of embellishment up there and over here, so maybe a snowflake here. I'm probably going to also give it just a dot of hot glue to make sure that really holds. And I should have gone at it with my Mama Ames finger. So I have that little bell doodad up there. Okay, we've got this here. Right, and there. Now let's see about a little blush on the cheeks. So she has a little blush to her cheeks. And so now I don't know if I want to add the mouth. I don't know. She has little rosy snowman cheeks. But should she have a little mouth? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Okay, so I'll show you her when she's all done. Let's get our little snow child here doodadded up. So first thing we're going to want to add on our doodad here is get his eyes in place. So okay, so his mom's just going that way. I'll make him look like his mom. All right, and now okay, now we've got to glue his little hat, his or her. Okay. One of these on there like that, which I might just do. Yeah, I think that looks cute. And I think we can do a bell up here. A little embellishment. Hopefully you're seeing this, right? Okay, and let me see. So we've got this guy, and we've got Mama, and I'll get a picture of him now.